This next one is kind of segueing into the future a bit. Who do you want as the next Chelsea manager if Poch is sacked? Who would you like to see Chelsea
I,
go for?
I'm not speaking on this because I wanted Poch. I made a video, right, where I said the fan base are gonna chase me out of here. It's my fault because I'm a director. Because I signed these players, you know what I'm saying? Because I played Colwell at left back. But here's what it is, right? I never thought this manager would play this way with these players out of position. I'm not gonna lie. I thought, he'd play fullbacks at fullback, centre backs at centre back. I thought everybody would just play in their position and it would actually be more simplified and more basic. But he's actually maybe picked up a thing or two from Pep or whatever, and he's seen Vardio at left back and now he's got Colwell at left back. I don't know what's going on. So he's doing things that I never expected him to do. So I hold my hands up. He's moving a bit madder than I ever thought he would. So because of that, I said to myself, I made a video. I got chased out of the studio by my own community. I said, "Rah, I don't know, bruv. We can even play the video if you want, bro. Do you want me? Do you want to see it, bro? Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, man. No, go on.
Bro. Let me send you the link, bro. Because I need you to understand the severity.
Share your screen in it, and I'll share it on here.
I need you to understand the severity I've gone to not be involved in this conversation any longer, bro. Like I'm at a point now where I'm not interested in this conversation because I've got it horribly wrong. I'll own up to that. So what I want the decision to be made by somebody who knows, like, who gets paid to do this. Like, I want a top director to come in and be like, yo, this is what we need to do. This is who needs to be the manager for the squad that you've built, that you've already put in place. And I'm gonna select that guy. And whoever that top director is that makes that decision, I'll trust in their decision because that's their job. A sporting director is always meant to come in before the manager. We sacked Tuchel when Todd Boehly was still a sporting director and hired Graham Potter. That should never have happened. They should have bit their tongue. They should have said, right, we don't like Tuchel, but we're going to wait until we appoint a sporting director that we trust, that is, a top one, and they're going to appoint the future manager, and then we can do it that way. Graham Potter doesn't work. We get to where we are now. So, bruv, let me show you, bruv, because this is what I'm on. This is what I'm on, bro. Let me just skip
the video.
Bro, I got kicked out my own studio, bro. I'm just doing a normal video.
To the YouTube channel, you already know what time
Watch. It's a quick clip. I got kicked out, bro.
Single damn time, and subscribe if you are new. Pause. What? I didn't even say anything mad. No, I actually mean pause the video. If you think anyone wants to hear from you again, you googly-eyed bastard, after you destroyed our club, you've got another thing coming. Wanted this Maurizio manager, pick up your camera and what's left of your dignity and get the fuck out of the studio. No more videos for you, big man. No more. Boy,
it's long.
Down over here, come take a look at this. You see this?
Look outside, bro.
Caused this.
Look at these Chelsea fans, bro.
That's right. The Chelsea fans are outside your house. They're ready to sacrifice your soul.
Look, those idiots don't even know where we live.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
You better pack a bulletproof vest and that ski boots will always be wearing.
So the video, yeah. Long story short, like I'm trying to save face. They're not interested. We move. Trying to come up with new tactics. Not interested. I get kicked out my yard, bro. Look,
hit you on the way out.
I got kicked out, bro.
And make sure you put them Oreos down before you leave. Ain't nobody told you to touch those.
Look, bro.
You dickhead.
Yeah, look, man. See why I'm cussing myself out.
Bro, I love this.
Do you know what I mean? So,
bro,
I'm done.
Mate, man, that's actually class as well, by the way. Big up to you. The chat are cracking up laughing at that. Oh, it's mad. And like, I've asked a few Chelsea fans this. What do you want? Like, if I was a Chelsea fan, I wouldn't want none of these. I think you've put yourself in a really bad position now, management-wise, and I'll tell you why. You can't really get a win-now manager because you don't have a win-now team. If you ask for a win-now manager, you need to back that win-now manager with a window that's allowing them to get the players in that's going to allow them to win now. So what I mean by that is you go and get, let's just go say, I'm just going to throw some names at you. You go get Pedro Neto, Victor Osimhen, Michael Mannion in goal. You go get an absolute baller in midfield like a Barella or somebody like that, and you go, do you know what? We're actually
Yeah,
going
it's
to
too
go and
late
have a
for that.
go now. I don't see that happening. So what you might have to do is go, okay, who are we going to have as a project manager? This project manager thing was supposed to be Poch. So now Chelsea are in a right mess, bro, like proper mess. So I don't
That's
know,
yeah.
man. Like it's a
Like
tough one.
when I said I wanted him, it's because I believed in him to develop young players. Because that's what he did at
Mm.
Southampton, he did at Tottenham. When people look at the
Yeah,
PSG, I said PSG didn't need developing. They had Messi, Neymar, Mbappe. That was
yeah,
a win now manager. He's not a win now manager. He's not a Carlo Ancelotti. He's not a Zidane. So I never correlated that job with Poch is not the right guy, because we don't have Drogba, Lampard, Ballack, Essien, Czech,
yeah.
Terry. If we had those players, I'd never call for Poch. We have a young team that have the energy to press. They need developing. So I said, right, Poch, because he's done that in the Premier League and he knows this league. It's a safe bet. It's a safe option. In my opinion, that's where it was. It's what the board clearly thought as well. So he hasn't been able to kick on the careers maybe at the way I thought he would. Obviously, maybe he'll draw to the injuries or there's context. Cool. I sympathize with that. But if you finish 10th, you finished outside of Europe, I don't think that's good enough. I think that's below the objective. I think that's
Facts.
that's a failure. So there's a conversation to be had, and I think he'll probably have to walk.
Yeah, man. I'm
But
with you, bro.
because we've spent the money, you can't just run. Like, don't go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't go anywhere, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just because we sack him, it doesn't mean all our problems are solved. It doesn't mean that we're out of the woods. We have to get someone that can develop these players. We've invested too much money into this squad to just start again. Like
Yep.
Goonie, I get Goonie, right? He doesn't like the squad. He doesn't rate the squad. He thinks, but it doesn't matter because you feasibly cannot like rip that squad out and get a new one. It's not happening. So you
No,
have to
fact.
develop them. You have to make the best out of whatever you've purchased and get that squad ticking. And the only way to do that is to get someone who can develop players. So for me, we have backed ourselves into a corner. We have to see it through, and we have to hope that a manager is going to come in and can potentially, like a Postecoglou at Tottenham or wherever it is, and they can they can fix this mess. But yeah, man, it's
It could be
mad.
long, man. It could be long. Well, looking at the squad, this next question is about the squad. What positions do you think Chelsea need to strengthen this summer?
I'm always embarrassed to answer this question because when you spend as much money as we have, we shouldn't be asking this. That's
Yeah, man.
genuine. Like you shouldn't have. And I said this to someone on Twitter. They were like, "Oh, well, we've spent the money to bring the young players in, and now we need to bring in, more players, and then we'll be fine." I said, "What? Like, what? we shouldn't need more." So now we're looking at, okay, people are saying we need a left back because Cucurella and Chilwell are overpaid, overpriced. Especially Cucurella is overpriced. Chilwell has won the Champions League, but he's not been the same since the injury. I've
It's like
not.
over 100 million, though, isn't it? Right there that you spent.
Yeah, on
Like,
left backs, yeah. And
yeah,
for me, Chilwell is not one. He's not indispensable. Like when Reece James comes back from injury, I'm like, yeah, that's a baller. That's a guy
yeah,
that
he is a
when
baller,
he's
man.
back, he's the guy. Chilwell's not that guy. But because they were playing wing back as a pair, it's like McTominay and Fred. They both got put into the same
Yeah,
Jorginho and Kovacic. It's like Reece James and Chilwell. I see these friendships, these little connections people like to draw, and they're like, oh yeah, Chilwell and Reece. I said, no, there's no Chilwell and Reece. It's Reece James and it's Chilwell. They're two separate players, two separate ceilings, two levels of ability here. Now, yeah, for me, when it comes to Chilwell, I think we can improve upon him. I don't think he's indispensable, untouchable. So the left back situation is interesting. Now, if we were shrewd and we were smart, maybe you look at a Matson, you look at a Lewis Hall, who we let go to Newcastle. These are potentially guys that don't cost anything that you could, again, look to. But again, you've got to develop them, right? You've got to, and these guys would suit better in a team full of some seniors and some leadership. And then they're just playing their part and it's easier to develop, but the whole team's young. So it's a risk. Striker is obvious. We need a striker because I like Jackson. I've always liked Jackson. I took a risk in saying, okay, I don't like the striker market in the summer. Personally, let's just see how Jackson does and we'll go to January. Cool. Didn't work. We need more goals. Broyo really didn't pull his weight. Come back from injury and he just was not firing. He was like, he was like honestly like non-existent in the AFCON period. That guy didn't pull his weight at all. He didn't bring much to the table. So we need a striker. The market's tough. You got to make the right decision. Once you blow your load on whatever player you want to buy, you got to make sure that works, because we've spent a lot of money on strikers and it's failed many times. So we have to get that very right. But Jackson's a good player. Need a striker. And then the midfield I wouldn't touch. I think out wide, we have to get someone in, because I think Sterling is a concern. His wage is really high. His work rate is really low at times. He's very inconsistent. He plays like a guy in his early 20s at best.
Mad.
His decision making is crazy. He can score, he can provide quality, but it's too inconsistent. And he's not a leader, in my opinion, either, because if he was, he would square it to Jackson or Palmer against Wolves when we're away from home on a 3v1 with the keeper. That's what a leader does. A leader doesn't shoot and miss and, be greedy. So I wasn't the biggest fan of that signing. I wanted Jesus, who obviously ended up at Arsenal. I was big on that one. But yeah, so he's a concern, because I think it's very difficult to tell his motivation to be here. I called it when he signed. I said, why is he coming here? Like, what does he want? In a respectful way, what does he come here to do? Because he's won the Prem. He's won everything he wants to win. So what is he coming here to do? When he says he believes in the project, I'm like, you're not going to be here when the project is even peaking. Like you're not going to be playing football if this project gets off the ground. By that time, you be done. You be finished. So why are you so invested in the project to do what? Are you going to be a coach? Are you going to develop the players? Are you going to take a leadership role where you train them and give them your attributes and you tell them how it is to be a top? Like, what's your motivation? Why are you here? And that's always been the question with him. So it feels like a vibe thing, which is unfortunate, but everybody has it at their club, someone who's on a vibe thing. And obviously he wants to be in England squads, which is easy to do in the Prem. Mudryk and Madueke are not ready. They're very inconsistent, and it doesn't help because the front three is important in top level. You need to score goals. You need to be cutthroat. You need to be, you need to put the ball in the back of the net. You need to have your decision making on point. These guys are inconsistent, so we probably need a winger. But yeah, to need all these things, bro, to need what, 3 and a goalkeeper. Probably need a top goalkeeper as well. Petrovic might become a top keeper, but he's not yet. So either you fix his cross collection and his passing, long range passing, or you buy a top goalkeeper and make him second choice. Sanchez is not good enough. I said it when he came in. Should never have signed Sanchez.
Yeah, he looks terrible, man. I don't rate him.
Yeah. He was a sweetener for Caicedo, and we didn't even get anything out of that because we still overpaid. So you probably need about 4 positions, maybe 3-4 positions. I wouldn't want to do more than that. Just like the summer just gone, I didn't want to do more than 2-3 because I feel like we've just had too many players in and out. But yeah, probably 3-4 positions we need to get a spine, but that's
no, I'm
embarrassing.
with you. I mean, I'm with you. I think the positions you've said are fair. I can't argue with any of them, man.